Why most people fail to make their first $100. Welcome to this YouTube channel, Bootstrap to Millions School. Happy to have you here. This video is for people who want to know why most people never even get to make their first $100. If you stay and watch this whole video, you will learn how you can make your first $100. And the benefits of watching this video, well, obviously, you're going to learn how to make your first $100. So hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Why most people will never make their first $100. There is a very widely accepted myth going around that you need money to make money. I'm not going to pretend like I know who the exact person is that we can hold responsible for inventing that saying. But one thing I can tell you about that saying is it's stuck. I can generally say for the most part, most people believe that you need money to make money. And that is simply not true. Now, what I'm going to tell you is not going to take long, just a couple of minutes. So if you don't have a couple of minutes, go ahead and just click off of this video. And you're probably just going to keep running around in circles like a chicken with your head cut off in financial distress. How you going to make your first $100 online? It's going to be with a good idea. Doesn't have to be a great idea. It doesn't have to be some intricate idea, but it will be a good idea. Did you know that you are only one idea away from making money? And you can make way more than $100, but you're only one good idea away from making your first $100, whether that's in the analog world, the physical world, or more preferably, as I like to do business and make money here online. It's the ideas that make money. Some people are going about this thing the total wrong way. I see a lot of people on YouTube going about it the wrong way. Many people think that it's all about getting views on YouTube. No, it's not all about getting views. Views don't pay the bill. Clients do. It's about getting the right kind of view. And I'm not talking about views that come from AdSense. When you are on YouTube, if you're somebody who makes YouTube videos, you're a content creator, a contentpreneur, the goal should not to be to make money from AdSense. That can be a nice cherry on top. Your goal should be to build a system, aka a business, that gives you leverage that you control, where you will be able to make money on your own without a job. You're going to make money from your skill set. You're going to make money from your knowledge. You're going to make money from that one good idea. Do you know one good idea? You can start making more money potentially than your regular 9-to-5 job. It's all about thinking about that one idea. That's why sometimes you got a brain dump. Listen to me. Everything that you need to get going, you already have it inside of you. See, many people don't understand. It's that idea and the execution of that idea that is going to bring forth that profit. Ideas create revenue. If you don't have any revenue right now, you may have $0 to your name. You don't have a job. You don't have any income, but you have a phone. You have a computer. You have a laptop. Now, do you have an idea? That's where the money is. You're only one idea away. And if you've been busting your head against the stone, trying to come up with something, trying to come up with answers, trying to come up with directions on how you can get started building something for yourself. I wrote a book that talks about it. It's called Bootstrap to Millions, How Anyone Can Build Wealth from Scratch. That book is now live on Amazon, and the link is down below in the video description as well as the pinned comment section. You're going to have to come up with a good idea that solves a problem. And the more micro niche you can niche down to solve problems, the better your targeted demographic will be. It'll be more clear and more visible to you. The more you micro niche down and you only make content and you only solve problems for that one micro niche. That's what I'm talking about when I say it's not all about getting views, not here on YouTube. It's about getting the right kind of views. Anybody who's here on YouTube and you want to make money, you need to have some kind of business idea that you can execute, okay? Have a business outside of YouTube and then bring that business to YouTube. That is, believe it or not, that's how I made my first $100 online. That right there is called sound confirmation, and that you know I'm telling the truth. I made my first $100 online back when the pandemic first came to town. And that's the very first time that I ever made money online. My back was against the wall and I was going deep down a rabbit hole, and I understood enough about leverage and business operations to understand that I needed a product or a service. At that particular time, I started selling text bots. They were AI bots that would send out messages for you. You could have somebody contact you on these numbers, and they will auto respond to people to get them to buy. I was selling text bots for $100 a pop. Okay? That's how I made my very first $100 online. And I'm telling you, once you make your very first dollar online, you're going to become addicted. Okay? But I ended up leaving that business model alone. I left selling text bots alone because they changed up the format of how they were doing things, the way that they were going to be doing things going forward. I did not like that, so I fell back. But here's the thing that I understand now that I didn't understand then, because it's about growth. You're not going to understand everything when you first start out. But I knew I needed a product or a service that could help people solve a problem. And it would solve the problem of communicating with people and selling, okay? Which I stepped in and solved that problem. And that's why I made $100 for every text bot that I sold. But now my wisdom and knowledge of making money has grown. I understand I have to have a product or service that I control. I didn't control the company that was selling text bots, although I was selling text bots for them and for myself. But I have to come up with something of my own creation that I control, just like you do. I had to come up with an idea, just like you have to come up with an idea. It's the idea that is going to create the money. The revenue is going to come from your one good, solid idea. Not just the idea, though. You have to execute on that idea. And when you do, when you find that one good idea and you execute, it doesn't even have to be perfect or flawless execution. Many people never even sit down to think and come up with that one idea. You're only one idea away. And then when you come up with the idea, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be flawless, but it does have to get done. You have to execute that idea. That is going to separate you from the bunch. You will be able to make your first $100 online. And once you do, your life is going to be forever changed. Then you're going to know that you can do this. And there is something about having confidence when it comes to making money. You will be able to make more money. For more info and the full breakdown, read my book, Bootstrap to Millions. Link below in the video description as well as the pinned comment section. Also, Another wonderful and glorious thing about having your own business, having your own system. YouTube is a business. I was able to start this YouTube channel right here, Bootstrap to Millions School. I started this channel with zero money. I started this channel for free, and I'm bringing my businesses to this channel. You can follow me and mimic me, but just with your own ideas and your own businesses. I also sell my book, Bootstrap to Millions, right here. And because this is my YouTube channel, giving me leverage that I control, other parts of my life come into this same lane right here because I control this platform. I have very, very, very strong biblical beliefs. Biblical beliefs that lead me to believe that it's all about the one who the world calls God. He has a name. His name is Yah, or his name is Yahweh. Some people call him Yahuwah. That is the God of my forefathers, and that is the God that I serve. Why am I telling you that right now? Because I'm illustrating to you just another way that you can make money, okay? I follow Yah only. For those of you who've never heard of that, that's Old Testament only, okay? I have a clothing store on Etsy, but I'm bringing that here, sharing it with you today, because maybe just by chance, I don't know who may see this video, maybe you are also a lover of the one who the world calls God. Did you know that his name is Yah? Some of you know that, but those of you who do not will allow me to introduce you to the God of my forefathers and myself. His name is Yah. Some people call him Yahweh. And because I am a devout follower of the Old Testament and Yahweh alone, or Yah only, I started a clothing line. Remnant apparel. Apparel. You can get your Yah only apparel right down below. You can go visit the store. The link will be in the description as well as the pinned comment section. This is a wonderful thing that I love about YouTube. YouTube is an evergreen format. You don't have to have any money to get started. You have to have an idea. One good idea. You're only one good idea away from making your first $100. Subscribe to this channel for more videos. Like this video and let me know how you feel about this in the comments section. Peace.